In this video, I will show you how to get the data that we used in class from the World Inequality database, and I'll also show you how to import it into RStudio. So I am starting out at the World Inequality database website, wid.world, and from here I will go to I will click on data from the top bar to the left of World Inequality database. Then from here I have a bunch of options, and so the first thing I'm going to do is go to country and regions from the select that from the drop down menu on the left, and then I will go to countries and then select the US. Okay, so now that that's selected, I will now go to key indicators. So I'll go to indicators, and you could do this in any order. I'll go to key indicators, and then I am going to click on income inequality and select the shares that I'm interested in. So for our exercise, we were interested in the top 10% share. We were interested in the bottom 50% share, and then we were interested in the top 1% share. Okay. At this point, now I'm going to move on to years, and it's already set up to give you all of the years that are available. So I'll go ahead and click that green button there that says Add. Now I see that I have all of my selections brought into these gray boxes here in the center, and now I will retrieve the data. I am going to go over to the green middle tab here that says Choose File Format, and I'm going to bring this in as a CSV. It's already highlighted, so that's great. And then I'll go ahead and click the green button that says Download on the right. So it's going to take a second, and then you're going to see a zip file brought onto your computer. So now from here, what we'll do is click on that zip file and open in a different window. So let me bring it over here. So this is the zip file. I want to extract all of this data and put it somewhere where I can easily find it. So I'll browse my computer and then just put it wherever you will easily find it. Okay, and then you can exit out of all of that. Okay, now let's import this data into RStudio. So I'll go over to the right here in my environment and click on Import Dataset. So that's in the top right there. And I'm going to import this. So this is a CSV file, which requires us to import it from text. And I'm going to tell R that this is rectangular data. It's a CSV and it's rectangular data, so I'll put from text. And then I'm going to browse my computer and find where I put my my data from the World Inequality database. And so I have saved it in this folder called WID data. So I'll go ahead and click on that. Then I will go into, this was how it came to me, which was WID _data _ metadata. So I'll open that. And then what I will do is click on WID _ data. The metadata is a description of the data. So I'm going to click on data and open that up. Okay, now I'm almost there. R is saying to me, hey, does this look right to you? And no, it doesn't. So here's what I'm going to do now. I am going to tell R that I do not want this, this row up at the top that says downloaded from and all of that information. That is going to really mess up my code. It's going to be difficult to navigate around. So I'm going to tell R in this bottom left corner, there's a entry box where you can tell R how many lines you want it to skip of the data frame before it imports. So I'm going to tell R, I want you to skip 1 line, okay? And then in the preview, you'll see that, okay, R says, all right, I did that. Now, a CSV file means comma separated values, and so it means that you have, your data, and each entry is set. I don't know why this is saying up at the top constantly going for retrieving preview data. I don't know what's happening up there. Anyway, so CSV is typically separated by a comma. But you could also have values that are separated with a semicolon, as we seem to have here. So it looks like, I have 2 values. The percentile is from 0 to 50, say, in that top row. And then the next data entry is 1913. And they're separated by a semicolon. So I'll go ahead and in the bottom left where I have a drop-down menu for delimiter, I'm going to drop that down and select semicolon. And that's me telling R, these are how these values are separated. Okay, now that looks better. I have 1 row that is the titles for the values in each column. Each column is separated nicely. So now at this point, I will go ahead and tell R to import the data. And then once you've imported the data, you see that it appears in your environment. It's 306 observations, 3 variables or 3 columns here. And then you can begin to work with the script from there.